What's going on, guys? It's actually Saturday now, and I'm getting a little bit of cabin fever. It's a beautiful day. It's a little overcast, but it's actually above freezing, so I feel like I need to take advantage of this. I've been indoors for the majority of the last few days, either painting or resting or editing for these YouTube episodes. Or editing photos of the Northern Lights. And so I feel like while it's daylight and good driving weather, I want to go out and do something. And so I looked up a waterfall that's actually about an hour's drive from Akureyri. And so I'm going to check that out. I believe it's a waterfall that I've seen before, but if it is, it's totally worth going to, and I just need to get out anyway. So that's what I want to do, and I feel like that'd be a good opportunity to take you guys with me as well. So let's go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the beginning of the second full week here in Iceland. It's Monday evening, and I have an unexpected opportunity to maybe glimpse and photograph the Northern Lights again. And so I'm getting ready to gear up and take a drive up the Eastern Fjord. I'm a little bit north of here where I scouted out some locations the second day I was here, and hopefully catch a couple windows of cloudless sky that I might be able to glimpse some activity that's going on right now. And so I am feeling a little sluggish. I have to say, the days are getting a lot shorter really fast. We lose 7 days. We lose 7 minutes of daylight every day. And so if you do the math, about every 8 days, we've lost an hour of daylight from the previous 8 days. And so that is pretty extreme, and it's kind of thrown off my sleep. And I'm just kind of solar powered anyway. So yeah, I probably need some vitamin D supplements at this point, but I'm gonna try to make it with some vitamin caffeine. That doesn't make any sense, but coffee and gosh, I'm really kind of loopy, it seems like. But anyway, let's get out on the road and see what we can find. Okay, so I am currently in Grindavik. It's over on the west side of the East Fjord, a little ways north of Akureyri, and I'm up by the pier location that I scouted out. And so far I'm a little pessimistic about being able to see much, and even if I do see much, I'm not sure how photogenic it'll be. But It's only, I'm guessing it's about 9:30 right now, so I'm gonna try to stay patient and see if some of this cloud cover kind of blows over. The clouds seem to be kind of stubborn right now, and the moon is also risen, so even if it does clear up, there's going to be a decent amount of light. And over here in Grenovic, there's a little bit of light pollution just from the town. It's not a whole lot, but there's some. And so I'm not sure if this is the best night location generally now that I'm here. But yeah, I'm not sure if it would matter tonight or not. I want to wait a little bit and see if conditions improve. If they do, I want to see what the camera says, and if it looks like I need to move, I might try to change locations, but for now I'm just kind of in a sit and wait mode. Okay, so a little update. I took some test photos while the moon was hidden behind some clouds, just to kind of get a gauge on what the light reflection would be from the lights in the town, and it basically looked like it was a daytime shot once I got my preview back. And so I've decided that instead of waiting here, I'm going to continue to drive up on a road that I actually haven't been up yet. So it'll be a little bit of an adventure, but I'm going to try to seek out a clearer spot that has less light pollution, and hope that I can find a place where it's clear enough to I can see the lights. The photos I did take did show some minor light activity near the horizon, so there is something going on. I just can't get a good view of it, and I can't get a good shot of it. So I'm going to chase the lights. So I'm going to go up a road that I haven't been on, and we'll see what that brings. Maybe something, maybe nothing, but it's worth trying to find out. Okay, one more Blair Witch shot update for you. So the road that I wanted to take ended up being impassable. And the first clue that was the case was once I turned onto it, there were two huge signs on either side of the road that said impassable. So there you go. I was a little frustrated with the idea that that route was cut off and my plans were thwarted. And so I decided to kind of still take the road on a little bit. I have studded tires and four-wheel drive, so I thought this could still be doable. But turns out the signs were very accurate, and good sense kicked in once I realized that it was a really steep incline covered in ice and snow on a road I've never been on before at night in a rental vehicle. And so good sense finally kicked in. I turned around, and now I'm at a new location, and just kind of hoping that the clouds will blow away. But even if they do, there is a really bright moon in the sky and might ruin the photo shoot prospects anyway. But I'm still holding on to a thread of hope that this can still be doable, but it's not looking good. Next time I check in, you'll know if things turned around or not. Okay, well, didn't work out tonight, but that's all right. You can't really control the weather. And so nights like this are going to happen where it's just everything's out of your control. But that's also what makes it fun. And when things do line up, it makes it that much more special, like it did the other night. But now I know what roads not to take and are not an option for me in the future. And it was fun in its own way. So it's okay. We'll just hope for better conditions next time. Good morning. It is the Tuesday of the second week here in Outgood 80, and I've had a couple different photo shoot opportunities so far to try to get the Northern Lights. And the first one went great, and the second one not so great. And while a lot of the factors were out of my control, the locations that I tried to shoot from weren't the best, and it wasn't because the locations weren't beautiful or there weren't beautiful landscapes, but there were other factors that maybe hindered it from being as good as it could have been, like light pollution. And so there's supposed to be a solar storm in about a week or so that I'm really excited about, and I could get some great shots from that. And so while the first location I know works fantastic, I don't want to have the same landscape in all my photos. So I'm going to do some new scouting, knowing what I know now. And so I'm going to go hit the road and see what else I can find. So let's go. Location. It's definitely more of a drive. Passed through like 3 or 4 tunnels to get here, but look at that horizon. I mean, feels like it goes all the way to the North Pole. And I've got this mountain behind me just in case there's some moonlight. It probably blocks it. Still a little bit of a landscape, some framing, but just nothing but a wide sky. And as long as I have my headlamp on and don't walk too far, I should be good. I'm gonna drive a little bit further, see what else I can find, and maybe there's a couple more locations nearby. Maybe even that little platform right there may even have a better angle. We'll see. But then I'll have to drive back home before it starts getting too dark again. So this is that next spot over, and you know, it's good. It's basically similar in almost every way, except now I have this lighthouse right here that may get in the way of some shots. I don't know, but it's not a huge deal. If it does, then I can just go right back over there by the tunnel. So yeah, this is definitely a possibility. Okay, so second location that has potential that I found today, and another insanely gorgeous place at basically the top of the world. And I've got basically a 180 view. If the lights were more impressive on this side, I could shoot this way, and if it was happening more towards this horizon, I'm not very far and have a good view of that side as well. So another great potential place, just beautiful. I mean, check this out. Oh gosh, your typical 2:30 in the afternoon. It's almost sunset. It's almost golden hour the whole day. It's pretty crazy, but it's the Arctic Ocean up there. But unless there's a town, it looks like there may be a town down in that valley that may have some light, but that's not anything I don't think I couldn't edit out pretty easily. It's far enough away. Mountains here in the background. So as long as the moon's not too high in the sky, I think this could be amazing. Okay, gonna start driving back home now. It's really difficult not to just keep driving and explore. It's just such a beautiful place. These videos, these photographs I'm taking, my words, they all fall short. It's just one of those places that every view is killer, and I mean killer, like it makes me want to die almost. Like your feet kind of fail you, and I mean, just looking around, like even the photos I just took of this location, like it doesn't capture the scale and the sound of the waves hitting the rocks, and I don't know, it's just an experience. If you haven't been to Iceland, you need to come.